What is going on, guys? It's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another GeoGuessr video. Artem Lyubchenko has made two maps for me, comprising of my old insane guesses, or old really interesting rounds. So we've got two of them here. The second one even includes timestamps to the actual guesses, so I can compare my scores to the original ones. But hopefully I'll remember some of them anyway. I have no idea what's inside these maps, but assuming that I'm assuming I normally watch back my videos after I make them, so I'm assuming I can at least remember a couple of these. Yeah, let's check them out. The first one, I think we'll play with like 2 minutes per round. I probably won't need all that time, but just so I can remember if I need to. But here is the first one. Where's it going to be? I'm very curious. Okay, well, here we are in the first one, and of course, I exactly remember this one. This one, is from very early on in the channel, so maybe some of you guys don't remember it, but essentially, I was playing co-op with Lenley, and I immediately, of course, knew from the Google car that we were playing NMPZ, or no, we were playing no moving. I looked around, but we were only going for streaks, so I wasn't exactly trying to go for a good score. And but I knew it was Kyrgyzstan, so I just plonked it down in the middle of this mountain pass. And now I remember that this is actually right near Mount Vladimir Putin Peak. Well, of course, I was going really quickly. I went for the 5k, I had it exactly in the right spot, and then as I went to press guess, I accidentally clicked away and clicked down here and then pressed guess, and it was the most tragic thing because I missed the guess button. Little did I know you can just use the spacebar, but anyway, an absolute failure right there. So we're looking for something where we bend around to the east, so maybe like this little part here. We've got the river running alongside us as well, and then over to the south, it also bends east, so yeah, we're actually at the right location here, I think, which is good. But yeah, I always just remember Vladimir Putin Peak for that reason. Hold up, actually, maybe we're over here. To be honest, I can't actually remember. But it seems like actually part of this road no longer shows up on the map or something, because this is actually meant to be a continuous road. Anyway, very interesting. I actually think that it was meant to be down here, but I'm struggling to work out what the road is actually doing. Obviously, we have the river on this side of us, so I might just guess there anyway. And oh, it was the next one over. Okay, so that's really curious. I don't really know what's going on with this road here. Anyway, we get 19 kilometers away, and this actually fits nicely, of course. But okay, it was there were two roads before the Vladimir Putin Peak. That's how I remembered that. But we end up getting a worse score than we would have with a few seconds.
Should be like here.
We're there, somewhere there.
Damn it, that's where I clicked!
No,
Or I actually clicked off.
no.
Oh, this one, I also actually happen to remember. This is from a very Artem's been going down the archives. This is from a very early video, my first ever time getting 23k, and I needed a really nice guess for the second last round, and I'm pretty sure this is like the second last round or something, and it was in one of these ones, and I thought it was Malaysia. Wasn't even sure about that, to be honest. This bollard almost looks Australian, but I thought Malaysia. Obviously, we got all this bamboo, and I remember I needed a really good guess, and I just clicked in here somewhere. It was probably outside of KL. Yeah, I like this. It's one of these roads. Maybe it's a smaller one. It doesn't really feel like a highway, so something like that, I reckon. But yeah, it was just right in the center, so a nice little hedge paying off, I remember. But yeah, I guess we're going kind of east to west, so let's amend our guess to fit that. Perhaps something like that would work. So yeah, let's see if I'm closer this time. I reckon it was about 20 k's away last time. And okay, 100 k's away this time, so a little bit above KL actually. But yeah, we're still going to get a nice score on this, I think, just based on how we're going so far. But yeah, should have gotten closer. Couldn't remember that it was a bit further north.
There's no clues, but let's give it a go. Oh, 23 kilometers. This game has been crazy. Wow, I could barely make out that car was driving left. But yeah, the vegetation helped me to get in there.
Okay, the next one was from the same game, and this one I actually feel like I could potentially 5k within 2 minutes, so let's give it a go. This was, of course, Ghana. I mean, we can see the Ghana tape right here, and we have hills all around, so that makes it quite unique. And I remember it was on one side of this lake here, and I just clicked one side of it, and I think it was on the other side, so it might have been this town here, or maybe the next town over, or something like that. Just trying to see. This town definitely feels like it has a few roads running through it. It's quite populated, so just looking for anything around here. But I just definitely remember this could work here. I just definitely remember that I clicked over here and it was over here or something like that. Maybe even the opposite way. Maybe I clicked on that side and it was this side. Maybe that would make more sense. But anyway, I just it was an insane start. I remember it was Ghana and then Nigeria was the next one. But regardless, looking here, we're going like east to west. We have like this intersection goes north to south, and we're going east to west. So perhaps we were on this road. I mean, it does not feel like it quite lines up. That feels a bit too diagonal. But I am struggling to find a town that looks quite suitable enough. We see the biggest hills seem to be over to our west. So perhaps this town here could make sense. In fact, this one actually looks quite nice. So I actually kind of like that. If we're looking over here, we definitely need a lot of buildings, and that's what this town has. So I actually quite like that, I must say, especially with the bigger mountains over to the west there. So let's see if that's a 5k. And okay, it's the next town down, Beposo, but a very similar looking town, all things considered. And we get a little bit closer than we did in the original video, so that's good. But yeah, I just remember this very round looking lake. But again, that's from the same video, my first ever 23k on NMPZ.
Tough decision to make. I'm going to say we are somewhere out here in a town. So let's give that a go and see if it turns out. Oh, 20 kilometers. That is quite crazy. Just over the lake. Wow.
Our next one. Oh, I remember this one. This is from my original. Well, I remember them all so far. It's funny, but it's because they're from early videos. This one was an insane Chile guess. I remember it was north of Santiago, uncharacteristically south. Like it was uncharacteristically south because of how dry it looks. I guess that was my the surprise of why it was such a good guess. I guess. And so it was above Santiago, something like this kind of region here. I can't exactly remember how far north. It might be that this guess is a lot worse than the original, and then it's actually quite a bit further north. I can't quite remember, but at least this road angle fits. If we face the compass north, you can see we are kind of heading in this direction. So do we have any slip lanes or anything? We have like an interesting like shape road here running off to our west, so I'm sure we could find something like that to guess on at least. So I don't actually see one like that, unfortunately, unless, well, yeah, that one's actually kind of the opposite of what we've got going on. So, maybe further up this way or something like that. I don't know. Don't really see anything that perfectly fits, but I do remember that we were north of Santiago. And so, yeah, this was like from my original Insane Guesses compilation, which, I mean, looking back on it wasn't that insane, but it felt pretty good at the time. A lot of those guesses. So yeah, I guess I can't really find a good candidate of a road over this direction. Maybe this, I mean, this one definitely doesn't work, but I kind of like the road angle here, even if it's not going to be correct. So I'll probably just leave the guess there. I just want to look a little bit further, see if there is any fitting roads. Doesn't really seem like it. So let's see if we are close here. And okay, it was the next road over, so there we go, and this was exactly what we were looking for. Unfortunately not, but 14 kilometers away, even better than the original. I feel like the original was probably at least 20 or 30 kilometers away, so.
I kind of think we might be up here, somewhere like up here.
Ooh, we are on track for a very good score here, and okay, so I also remember this one. These are all from the early days of my channel, and this one was on the same, I believe, maybe the same video as the Kyrgyzstan one. I can't quite remember, but this one's Iceland. Obviously, we got the Icelandic bollards here, very interesting landform. And I remember this, I specifically remember this one. It's from my second Insane Guesses compilation, and I said, oh, I was talking to Lenley again. I said, oh, insane guess in 3, 2, 1, and I actually got one. And I think it was like along here or something like that. This looks like the same right kind of cliff face. So let's see, the angle of the road is kind of actually more going up this direction like that, so maybe something like this would make sense, or even like this. Does the road bend enough? Probably doesn't. Well, I think we're actually closer to the water face. That's the problem with where I've put it here. So was it actually over here perhaps? Doesn't really feel like the cliffs are big enough, so I actually do like where I put it. I just need to be closer to the actual cliff face, maybe something like this. I mean, yeah, we are quite close here, so I actually do think that like something like that may make more sense. But we also see like some islands over here, or yeah, so maybe actually over here. I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted here. I do think we're somewhere. I remember it being somewhere around here. What about over here? Would we see a similar kind of thing? We do have cliffs behind us as well, so we got to keep that in mind. That would maybe not make as much sense as it would for up here, to be honest. Now I'm getting confused though. But would we have little islands? We do have little islands on this one, so maybe something like that makes the most sense. I can't quite remember if it was here or here, but regardless, we're definitely going to be close, and we're gonna get more than 24k, which is nice. But let's see. I think we've clicked made more sense, but no, it was down here. Okay, and I remember being like 10 kilometers away for this one. Unfortunately, we've dropped a lot of points here. Shouldn't have dropped that many points, but yeah, this makes a lot more sense. We were much closer than where I clicked, actually. There was not as much water between us and the cliffs. Yeah, my guess was kind of silly.
Insane guess. In 3, 2, 1, 0.
We end up with 24,200, which would be a very, very, very nice no-moving score. And now let's check out the second one. This one, this one is of course in Kanye. I was playing NMPZ on this round, and I remember it saying Kanye, and I was maybe I should play the rest of the seed at NMPZ. That's actually a good idea. So I remember it saying Kanye, and I looked into the screen and I said, "Oh, it's Kanye." And so this is like this is probably like my 3rd or 4th ever video, and I named it Kanye Spotted on Street View, which, you know, I thought was pretty funny at the time. But there's a town called Kanye, and by some stroke of luck, I actually remembered it. It's down here in Botswana, and it's not a particularly populated town. You can see it's like a decent sized town for Botswana, but not particularly big. So I was pretty happy with myself that I remembered it. And I actually remember this was on the main road running through the town, which I was surprised by at the time. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to zoom. And what was I gonna say? Also, like, I don't think this Kanye actually relates to Kanye West's name at all, though, because Kanye West, I'm pretty sure what his mum was looking through, just like found the name in like a book of African names for, you know, African Americans or something like that. So, and I think his version of the name is meant to come from like Kenya or Uganda or something like that. So, or maybe somewhere around there, as far as I remember, if memory serves correct. But anyway, we seem to be kind of going on the angle I've put the marker at, so I do like that. Do we see any like main things in the distance? We do see kind of a hill. So maybe that's that hill. I do like see a bit of elevation here, so maybe clicking right in the center here, but I seem to remember it maybe being more like that. I don't know. I wonder if that's like a petrol station or something. I'm not really sure here, but yeah, maybe that is a bit closer, because then we'll be able to see this hill in the background. So let's go there. And okay, we're 256 kilometers away, so that was well remembered. And another classic guess there for sure. Oh, does that say Kanye? There's a city in Botswana called Kanye, I think, or is that Eswatini? Let me find this. Yeah, Kanye. Is that it? Oh my goodness, 5Ks. That is insane. That's a beautiful guess. Okay, this one is from the I remember this one as well. This is yet to be one I don't remember. This one is from the 1 versus 3 hunters, or 1 versus 4 hunters. I can't remember which. And it was like the first round, and obviously we got the Canadian flag in the background here. I'm not sure if the other team saw the Canadian flag, but I immediately thought Newfoundland, because it definitely feels Maritimes, but it doesn't. But we do have big hills, so that pretty much only leaves Newfoundland as far as I'm concerned. My Canada knowledge is not the best, but I remember that I guessed on Bond Point, and it ended up being Norris Point, as far as I remember. So would that make sense with the road angle? I think so. So could we be right here? Because then we have like this road which would go off to this like little garden here. So maybe even a little further in here. Perhaps we're right on Circular Drive there. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, because that road actually follows up to the north. So perhaps not. Perhaps it's like the next one down. And then would we see? But no. Unless, I mean, actually, this is possible. I'm just trying to think. I'm pretty sure it was this side of the bay, and I guessed this side of the bay, unless I'm doing the old mix-up. But yeah, to the south we have big hills, so it would make sense. Just trying to think. Could it have been Rocky Harbour? Could have been. Regardless, I think I will just go where I've put it though. Let's see. And okay, 270 meters again. What a fantastic start to this one. Okay, so this was the road running off. I got my directions mixed up, but we still get a very nice score. What about Newfoundland? I dare say we're probably somewhere over here where it gets a bit hillier. So thinking of this with 5 seconds left. Let's see. And what? 3.4 kilometers away. That is insanity. Absolute insanity. Oh my gosh. What a way to start off this video. What a way. Okay, this one I do not remember as well. This is the first one that I don't remember off the bat. Now, this should just be somewhere in Turkey. We got Turkish bollards, Turkish language perhaps. Okay, I'll put my marker down and guess, and then I'll look around just in case there is something that makes it more obvious for me. But I'm assuming I just put it somewhere up here. Oh no, maybe this is more recent. Maybe this is from a more recent NMPZ video and it was up here somewhere. I actually kind of like that better. I seem to remember this one being a bit drier and me going out here, so maybe that is the difference maker. I think so. So I think I'll leave my marker there, I'll turn around. Yeah, it doesn't, I mean, I do remember having, yeah, this cliff is more familiar. I do remember having this round, but I do not remember exactly where it was. Taskilad, is this anywhere nearby? I certainly don't see it at the moment, but I have a feeling this is actually more correct. I have a feeling it wasn't this side. Feels a little bit drier, so that might have something to do with it, but I guess we'll find out now. Okay, it was the other side, so I've misremembered that. Now, I'm not actually sure which video that comes from, so I'll check it out after I've finished recording, but as it stands, not a good score. It's going to drag us down, unfortunately. I think that'll be good for me. And... okay, 25 kilometers, baby. That is an insane guess. Okay, next one. Okay, I remember this one was the one. This one was a video on a video, and it was the thumbnail image, and it was like my best ever Irish guess. This one's a few months old, and I was playing 10-second NMPZ, probably the first video I did on that format. And I remember it being on the west coast. I remember being on the west coast here. So hopefully with this sign we'll be able to get it. Obviously we've got 2 minutes instead of 10 seconds this time. Omay Island. So we can certainly find that. I feel like it was like maybe about midway up. It was just somewhere I'd plonk, so maybe something like this. I don't see any Omay Island, but it might be a small place. Okay, Omay Island's right there. Fantastic. So we're going east to west. So something like that. We've got houses either side of the road. So if we zoom in here, we don't see any houses. So maybe further up the road here. Not really sure, but we do see like a little bit of a hill, perhaps over on the islands there. I mean, we're looking west right now, as we're going east to west. So, I guess I do still think it's probably on this road and the houses just don't show up, but I could be wrong about that. And I remember it being quite close to the water. Obviously, we do see water right near us here as well, so it would make sense. But yeah, and then I remember one guy commented on the video saying, I live in this town or something like that. So, yeah, I don't know, that's pretty cool. I see a company name over here, so I'm just trying to see if I can see that. Something, Tires Limited, there's a tire store. So, unfortunately, I don't think I see that. It might not come up on the map, to be fair. But, yeah, maybe it's over here. No, I think we have to go right near Omay Island. I'm pretty sure it was right on the coast, so let's see. Yes, okay, so it was over in this town. Again, the houses do not show up, nor does the tire business. But we're 2.3 kilometers away, so very nice. Where islands are, so let's say we're over here. Ooh, baby, 7.9 kilometers away. Okay, we've had two insane guesses this game, and this one is probably better than the first one because it's a bigger country here. And there is Omay Island. What are the chances that I click right near it? And for the final one, okay, Eswatini, should be Eswatini based on the hills and the dryness of it. But whereabouts? I think if I turn around, I'll remember this one better, but it looks like we have a big town to our south down here. I think I see dotted houses down there. So perhaps we're going to be north of Mbabane here on this road or this. Perhaps like this one here would make sense. No, maybe even this one. It does feel like the town is maybe, well, it's a little bit like southwest of us. So maybe this road here would make most sense if we're on an intersection like that. Do we see any like hotels or anything? Seems like there might be a bit of hotels around here, but we could even be on this road here. But I do think the town is a little bit west of us. That's the thing. So I think I do like that. I'm pretty sure this one was just near the capital, but take a look around and we'll see. So we got a little high school here. Have we clicked next to a high school? We don't appear to have, so I wonder where it actually is. Perhaps it's a bit closer in or something like that, or maybe on this side as well. It's always possible. but I do not quite remember it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is West Eswatini based on the look of it. We even have the flag there, and maybe Japanese. Maybe this is a Japanese program, some Japanese aid here, which is interesting. Normally you see Chinese aid, or maybe more like European or American aid in Africa, so that one's really interesting. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the guess. I think we're going to be nearby here in the mountains. Let's see. And okay, it was over here, so I do not remember getting such a good guess over there. Or South Africa, and I'm thinking this one's actually Eswatini here. Kind of looks like the mountains are... Okay, 4.3 kilometers. That is one way to start around. Wow, we... I mean, it was a bit of a hedge, but we are basically as close as you can get there. In conclusion, I ended up remembering we get 22,500. Didn't quite remember 2 of these, and the other 3 I nailed. So a bit of a different vibe from the first map. These ones were more recent for sure as well. Yeah, that was a pretty fun seed. It's interesting that I remembered 8 out of 10 of the rounds, pretty much exactly, and then the other 2, I think as the videos get more recent and as I've made more of them, I start to forget a little bit more. I think that's pretty much the trend I've noticed, except for a really remarkable guess like that one. Yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Big thank you to Artem for making the map. It was good fun. Definitely enjoyed it. If anyone else wants to, or if Artem wants to make a follow-up to this with some of the more modern insane guesses that I've gotten, then that would be appreciated. But of course, that was good fun, and I'll see you guys in a video soon. So thanks for watching all the way to the end, and till then, bye-bye.